Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing City Folk. I forgot to hit the record button, which is why we're just in Nooks. Because I didn't really want to reset. Alright, turnips are selling for 51. So far, all I've done is dig up a gyroid, which is this one, the Mega Quazoid, and watered our turnip. That's literally all I've done so far. Ugh, excuse me. And talked about how I wasn't going to water the carnation because we've watered it a lot. And it doesn't need water at the moment, so... Oh, S-Dog, good to see you, Cheeseball. I really need to talk to you, Cheeseball. Don't you feel my home needs a new touch? I have a sense of what it should be, Cheeseball. I believe that something exotic would be perfect, don't you, S-Dog? Be even more perfect if you picked it out for me. Yes, go find me something exotic, okay? Okay. Hey, thanks for doing this, Cheeseball. You know, let's see if these guys have anything exotic. I mean, we should check what furniture they have anyway. So, you know. Also, I want to know, I've been playing a lot of Kirby Star Allies. And I've been just loving the game. There's so much nostalgia in it. Hey, exotic bench. Yeah, it's probably not going to work perfectly for her, but it's exotic. And it's better than having to wait a day, anyway. So now let's go give Bree her new exotic bench. Yeah, there's just so many things about Star Allies that are just very nostalgic. Mostly the music. Hey, Dog, what is it, Cheeseball? Furniture. Exotic bench. There you go. Hey, really? This is that home furnishing I wanted. I'd like you to have a regal table as a token of my thanks, Cheeseball. Yeah, that's right. You were the regal animal that we had. Really appreciate how much you've done for me and my home, S-Dog. So I'm guessing she just replaced this regal table with the exotic bench. Good. My voice is cracked. It's great. I kind of regret giving her that now. If that's what she actually did, I kind of regret giving that to her. I know that's kind of mean. But she replaced a really good-looking table with a bench that, albeit looks good, but only really looks good if it's mixed with proper furniture. Weed. Something after it rains, it seems like there's always more weeds on the ground than there normally would be. Now, let us see how. Might as well check the rocks over here. I also should really buy the medicine. Oh hey. Why is you know what? I don't care why that's just suddenly the golden slingshot. It shouldn't be. This shouldn't even be over there. That should be there. Open. It's a cannon. Neat. I like cannons. I mean, who doesn't like cannons? Mott, please. Mott, please. I'm just gonna... There we go. It's not even the right rock. It's just a wall of holes there now. But I do not want him interrupting it. I also apologize if you can hear a fan in the background. That is my laptop, which I probably should have put to sleep before starting to record, but I didn't. Oh hey, this is the money rock. Neat. I was kind of hoping we'd find it quickly. Oh, my throat's pretty dry. It's not normal. Well, it kind of is. for me just generally existing. It's pretty normal for my throat to get very dry. Thing is, I don't think I even have any tea left in my teacup. I haven't looked. Why did I just try to do that? Because I'm dumb, that's why. I apologize. I still don't think we have a fossil, which is a bit of a shame. Tank is still in his house. So yeah, I think we're gonna go buy the medicine for him, whether he's potentially still sick or not. Because, you know, it's always good to still have it, because it's kind of a jerk move to go in and it'd be like, oh, well, you don't need, you know, you need it, but I don't have it, because I figured you'd just be better. What are you doing not being better, Tank? Like, it just feels rude to me. My nose is also really itchy. I'm just having all the issues tonight. Oh, I do still have some tea left. Good. I will buy it. Hope the scratchiness in my throat goes away by the time I'm streaming. Don't know what I'm even gonna stream. Something, though. I mean, I always stream something. Mostly it's Splatoon 2. Because that's just a fun and easy game to stream. And I will never understand how people can just not like Splatoon, but like other third-person shooters, even first-person shooters. I've legitimately seen people complaining because Splatoon 2, you know, Splatoon itself is bad, but I'll admit I was that type of person at one point. And my complaints are still very legitimate. These people usually just complain it's bad because it's bad. Man, what am I thinking? I got over my cold as soon as you brought me that gnarly medicine. That stuff was totally awesome. I mean, it tasted like mulch, but it really worked. I was barely hanging on, too. So you really hooked me up. So, I don't know if you'll dig it, but I want to give you this exotic chair. A lot of exotic furniture going around. Seriously, thank you. And trust me on this, try to avoid catching any colds, Kerpow. I know, Tank. Trust me, I know. But, like, some of my only complaints with the Splatoon series is a lot of the maps are built with specific weapons in mind. And in the first game, some of the maps were built with the left side of the map in mind. I think it's left side. Whatever side the Inklings hold their weapons on, so it'd be the right side. Basically, if you could manage to come to spawn on this map's, I believe it was left spawn portal, well, spawn point, your weapons would go around the corners. Hey, a fossil. Your weapon would go around the corner first, giving you a very much tactical advantage because you can see around the corner because it's third person. And now you can shoot around that corner and your opponent can't. Your opponents going around that same corner from the other side of the map have to walk their entire body out first. Which kind of sucks, honestly. I mean, you could still win from that other side, it was just a lot harder. Now let us go to Nooks, check the turnip prices, because if those are good, I'm going to go grab our turnips. It's kind of concerning that the morning price is still bad. It's also kind of concerning how I'm just rambling about other Nintendo games. Turnip prices. 105 bells. I've learned my lesson before. I'm going to take that. It's 15 bells a turnip. That's not horrible. We paid 90, so we're getting 15 a turnip. The only question is, do I actually have enough space? No, I do not. Okay, so let's put that away, put that away, put the cannon away, the regal table away. Now I have enough space. I'll have to get all that stuff out later, but, you know, we have enough space now. I suppose I should bring up one of my other complaints with Splatoon. And it's just the fact that you can't change weapons during battle. Because you might, and where your team is randomized, for the most part, unless you're customly building a team and playing, like, ranked. So if you spawn into a map and 3 people on your team are using, you know, the same weapon, normally in a game like that, you know, 1 or 2 of them would just swap weapons to something else they're good with. Like in Splatoon's case, if, you know, I spawned in with 3 other people all using Splattershot Pros, I myself would probably switch off to the Undercover Umbrella. Because, well, we've got Splattershot Pros covered. But having too many of them, as much as they are a general purpose weapon, is a detriment. And if your opponent's team is randomly more balanced than yours, then you're at a disadvantage. The upside is, though, winning and losing really doesn't matter with Splatoon. It just doesn't. I mean, yeah, you get your tryhards that really care about losing, but for the most part, it just doesn't matter. Losing is literally just another game. The whole idea is having fun. So those kinds of complaints, well, from a surface developer level, they matter. Like, those are some pretty basic things that really should have been taken into account when making the game. At the same time, they don't matter. Like, because the idea of the game is just to have fun. Yeah, Nook, I know. This will be my second bag of money. No, I don't want anything else. There's our turnips sold. 15 bell profit per turnip, so, you know, 600 plus, 600 times 15. Not bad. That is our profit. Now, we should... I want to head to Town Hall, put a bunch of my money away, and then we're going to head into the city. Now, I'm putting it away because I refuse to dig out the shopping cart, and I don't want to end up going into Grace to Grace and spending all of my money. I kind of need my money. Money is good. It's very helpful. I want to deposit money. I want to put just 180,000 of it away. Now, did it put the... Yes, it did put those away. Good. I'm just going to be giving the gyroid to Brewster later, so it doesn't really matter if we put it away now. We'll put it anywhere now. My cord for the nunchuck is not agreeing with me. There we go. Yeah, like, I apologize for any loud drinking noises you may have just heard. Do we have this butterfly? I don't know if we do. No, that's the peacock butterfly. How did I not recognize that? So that's our second peacock. Let's just head into the city. We're clearly very lucky today. So I think that's the second peacock we've caught. Might even be the third. I think I might just cut to the city because we've seen everything Captain can say. So, and this is a pretty nice transition to just cut at. So, see you in the city. Oh, quite a array. Is that Portilla over there? The pupper. I need to go see. It is Portilla. Oh, it happened again. I got tricked into buying a counterfeit painting, ruffian. You just can't trust Red's shop, no matter what that smooth talker says. Yep, that's the truth. You literally just cannot trust Red. At all. That is one angry-looking bunny. I do not wish to talk with you, angry-looking bunny. What I do wish to do is come to Red's, and be given an invitation and likely a forged painting. Well, if it ain't our favorite cousin, I already welcomed you, Steven. Well, I know we don't have this painting. Yeah, I know it is a very fine painting. I know you'd love to keep it. I do. I'm gonna buy it. And I'm very likely gonna regret it. But at the very least, there's a 50% chance that it'll actually be legit. And I've been pretty lucky on this. Not completely lucky, but decently lucky. Wonder who's the model room this week, if anybody. Because it wasn't anybody last week. Like, nobody fit the bill. Nobody fit the bill once again. I feel so bad for Lyle, because he has to decorate that room and everything. And just no one can manage to meet the theme. Because no one can do it. Not even I. The one who has had the model room a few times. Well, that's really all we came to the city for, so I'll meet you back in... Yeah, I'll meet you back in Halifax. Oh, excuse me. This is such a nice transition. Away we go. There we are. Back in the city. Well, back from the city, I should say. We're going to be heading off to Blathers. In the museum. But, yeah. As I was saying, like, how Splatoon is handled really doesn't take away from the fun of the game. I mean, I guess I can kind of understand why people wouldn't like it. Mostly because it's, you know, it feels really colorful and kiddie. But it's... honestly, it's really ruthless. I'd argue it's probably more ruthless than a lot of other games, other shooters. Oh, the fine painting. Okay, it was actually good. Yep, I do have something else. So this fossil. Unidentified fossil, please identify it. This fossil is a parasaur torso. We already have one of those. Bummer. Nope, nothing else. The only thing else we have is the peacock butterfly that you really don't want. Because we already have one, and you don't really need two. This is a nice one. Maybe. I don't really know. You can have it. It's Megaquazoid. Yep, I will just say the word whenever I want one back. I will have the usual. That'll do fine, buddy. It's kind of something I learned while playing Splatoon. Is just that, you know... And it literally took me playing it to figure it out. So, like, I can understand why people just looking at it could, you know, be like, oh, it's just a bad game. I'd honestly advise anyone that gets the chance to give it a shot. I'd advise everyone to do that with any game, except for propaganda games. Ignore propaganda games. Just let them die. Don't give them traffic. Propaganda games are just blights on the industry. But, like, I'd especially recommend it with Splatoon to give it a shot, because it is such a different game. And honestly, with the variety in weapons, there is kind of something there for everybody. Just my one bit of advice, if anyone were to ever actually try Splatoon, use the motion controls. They're different, they're weird. You'll get used to them. And once you do, they're probably the best controls you could ever ask for on a console shooter. Because they give you mouse-like control, honestly, in my opinion, better than a mouse can. And I know that's a pretty bold statement, but it's honestly been my experience, and I've used every type of mouse from regular to... I just swung the bug next, so I was moving my hand. Regular to gaming mouse. Like, I literally have just a regular dollar store mouse on my desktop with a gaming mouse on the laptop. So, I mean, I have everything in between right in front of me. And I honestly feel like I get better control out of the motion controls. It is a small area of control, though. That's the only thing to note, because the gyroscope doesn't do so well once you start moving it pretty far. It's for more fine movements. The stick is for your, less fine movements. Nothing really I want to do down here, so let's just head off to bed. I mean, it's been a decent length amount of time. It'd be longer if I would have actually remembered to hit the record button. But I didn't, so... With that, I thank you all very much for watching, and hope to see you again next time for more Animal Crossing City Folk. See you all then.